This is the JOJOZOO 25-pound rice dispenser, and it came with the white portion snapped into the gray portion down here, but as I was cleaning, I was able to figure out that I could pop out the sides by pressing on them while I was trying to separate it, and I was able to clean it much easier than I was expecting. So this is how it comes disassembled, and then the cup presses into this compartment down here, which pushes against the lever here to create this opening here, and then the rice will pour out. So once I get it reassembled with the rice put back in, we'll show how that works. Now that I've snapped this back on, you can see how easy it is, and you just apply a gentle pressure and then it opens that door. I imagine as you get to the bottom, you're gonna have to like shake it around to get what remaining rice there is. But in the meantime, while it's still full, it will be perfect because I don't have to pour this big giant 25-pound bag of rice that I get from Costco into this tiny little container that I keep on my shelf. And now I can just put everything in here and be good to go. So my first impression of this thing is just that it's actually really nice looking. It has this edged design in the front, and then it has a rose gold trim with this nice gray bottom. So it matches my kitchen and probably a lot of people's kitchens these days, but I'm going to be keeping it in the pantry on a shelf next to my Instant Pot. And it's perfect because it's just long and thin, so it will fit directly on my shelf. But you know, I also really like that the top is completely open, so I don't have to like use a funnel, and I can just pretty much dump the bag in. I had a little bit of help from someone else just to get everything in there because it's pretty awkward to pour it in regardless, which is why I hated decanting into a smaller container every time. This time I only have to do it once and then I'm done. But you just push this in and the rice just starts flowing. I usually cook about a cup at a time, so it probably will take a little bit of trial and error just to get the amount that I want. But no, we have like a straight grain there. So it has a nice measuring cup there. And then I'll just pop the rest up there. But overall, it seems to be pretty easy to use so far. I use rice a couple of times a week, so now that I can eliminate a measuring cup to get the rice out, eliminate a small container, eliminate the giant 25-pound bag that I was keeping on the pantry, this definitely makes my life a lot easier. When you do go put the top on, you'll notice that there is a design that matches the front part and then a rounded part. For a while, I did not notice there was a difference, and I was trying to push it in backwards and it wasn't going on. But once I get it on, it is airtight, and then definitely I don't see any bugs getting up under there to get in there, and it kind of pulls off like a Tupperware. So it's pretty secure from dust and pests and any hair. So if you have like pets, it'll keep it out of there too.
Hey guys, so I just want to show you this rice dispenser. So I had a large mason jar that we're using the rice. It looked really nice, but unfortunately it wasn't practical whatsoever, especially when I was grabbing rice from it. Rice would always spill, so I decided to give this one a shot, and I actually really like it. So I'm gonna go over the things I don't like just because it's a super short list. So first, this one, I don't think, it could just be that it's not sealed properly, so I'll just double check that. I'll write it in my written review if I was able to fix this right here, but just like looking at it, a little bit of rice kind of comes through. It hasn't fallen or anything, but that's just something I wanted to point out. Second, the button, when you first receive it, it's like flushed right here. After you use it, at least mine kind of like stays indented in there. I personally don't like that, kind of bugs me, but it's functional. So yeah, those are the only things that I don't like about it. It's pretty cool because you have this right here, so if you want it to be vented, you can. It just really depends on like what you want or prefer. You also have a date indicator right here, so it lets you know how old your rice is. So I'm unfortunately not using that just because I just transferred my old rice on here. And then you have a lid container. I don't have it sealed just because I just wanted to show you. It says that it's able to hold 20 pounds. I think you're able to hold more than that, but it's really up to you and what you would want to put in here. Everything is contained right here, and then right underneath here, this is just pretty much like just an empty holder, so there's really no rice right here. Super easy to dispense the rice. The downside to this is that you do have measurements right here, but the way I have my container held, it's right there, which means that there's no measurements on the other side. So that's kind of a bummer, but honestly, when we make rice, we always eyeball everything anyway, so it doesn't really matter. You can just press and hold, and it will just keep dispensing the rice until you let go. That one is really neat. Let go, stops dispensing, lets you know how many cups you have. You do have to kind of like wiggle it just to kind of get more accurate reading, roughly, or just above 4 cups, so 800 milliliters. Yeah, it's really neat. Super simple to use. Go on top, you can see the dispenser is right in the middle. Just put it down right here again, and I'll dispense it one more time. Seamless drop, no issues whatsoever. I absolutely love this. You can even just shake it right here to have it leveled out if you want a better reading. It really depends on how you would want to do it, but yeah, it works exactly as advertised. So far, I actually really like it. If anything changes, I'll update my review, but I recommend. Oh, and then the cool thing is, surprisingly, this fits perfectly underneath there, which is really, really nice and surprising. All right, guys.
All right, here we go. Just reviewing quickly this U-Boop rice holder dispenser. It's pretty cool. It is listed as a 25-pound capacity, so I guess if you have a 25-pound bag, you go to the very top. I envision using a 15-pound bag, and then as it goes down to 5, refilling to 20. As it goes down to 5, refill to 20. But that's just my thinking. I mean, I guess if you were going 25, you'd have to go completely empty and then dump in the 25-pound bag. But it's got a nice, nice seal on top. So you're not worried, I guess, about, maybe any critters or anything like that getting in there. You just push this in, and it dispenses rice. Now, the only drawback I think we noted is, like, you kind of have to eyeball it. Like, it's not graduated on the front. It is on the side, though. So you kind of have to, dispense, check, to get the right capacity. But it beats wrestling with a bag from a cabinet and scooping, and I always spill rice. This is pretty much, accident proof or idiot proof. Overall, nice product. Highly recommended. We pair it with a rice cooker and just dump it right into the rice cooker, and it's been a pretty nice game changer. I consume a lot of rice, so highly recommend this product.
This part is a little flimsy. I was just pushing to push it against the wall and rice started falling through there. Just be careful.
I like the measuring cup on the side. Dispense is real easy.
This is the best rice dispenser I've got. Oh, it's easy to get the rice, see? And it has its cups measurement, which I love.
I already subscribed to JOJOZOO, right? Yeah, I already did.
Do you push it in?
Until you're ready. You just keep holding it in. That's easy, huh?
Oh, it doesn't measure?
The measure's on the side. See?
How many is that?
No, you keep holding it until you get what you want.
Well, how do you know it's one cup? Like, you can't